Studio SL3, we've got Japanese television. Hello.
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 Why don't you give us another song? What's the next song going to be?
This one's called Ghoul Rules.
Ghoul Rules. Great. Get to it. Thank you. Fabulous once again. That was Japanese television live in session with Ghoul Rules. So the debut album, Space Fruit Vineyard, came out in April.
That's right.
Yeah, and it was recorded in Yaxley Village Hall.
Yaxley Public Hall.
Yeah, that's the one.
It's important to get the public in there.
Right, okay. It doesn't sound very space age or surfy. What was it like recording in there? Did it bring some problems with it?
It was the timing of it. We've sort of had to get in after the table tennis club had
before
finished.
the WI.
In the role-playing
classic
club,
Village Hall problems.
that was the trickiest bit, kind of timing that.
Right, okay, I can imagine. I mean, did you not pick up another audience there? You know, the Women's Institute and all that kind of stuff. Maybe they was kind of, you know.
I'm sure they're all huge fans. Yeah.
Expertly handled by Christian Bell, who was producing it. So.
Well, that's right, Christian of the Witches.
That's right. That's
So
right.
is he like, was he aware of the band because of what you do, or is he a mate of yours, or have you cross-pollinated before?
I
What?
think he's sort of an old mate of ours. Al used to put on shows sort of a while back,
Yeah.
and then you used to put on the Witches when they were all about 14, right?
we played with them, but I used to put on shows like Tim said, and I put Witches on at a warehouse once and got friends with them through that, and I think we sent Christian like a iPhone recording of some of the tracks, and he was like, "Yeah, I dig this. Do you want to record it?"
Right, okay, because you have got that kind of reverby, echoey thing going on as well that the Witches have got, haven't you? As I say, you are kindred spirits, coincidentally, perhaps.
No, absolutely. I mean, we're going on tour with them later in the year, hopefully as well. So.
Oh, great. I didn't even know the Witches were touring again, so that is great news. I love that band. And hello, Christian, as well. And so you recorded straight to tape, which is quite a dangerous thing to do, isn't it? You've got to get it right and nail it.
Yeah, and the thing is, you've got to worry about running out of time on the tape. At one point, he was sort of getting nervous because he'd only bought the one.
Yeah, and it's a bit of a shonky old machine as well. So it was a really hot day one day, and then the whole machine started expanding, didn't it? And nothing was running properly. But
Do you know, I mean, I'm lucky enough to say that I just about made it into the analogue age at the BBC when you would have like loads of reel-to-reel recorders knocking about. I used to edit on tape. It's fraught with danger when it's an idiot like me. You've got a razor blade and some tape and an idiot. It's a recipe for disaster. And I remember we interviewed Steve Coogan once, and it was going out the same night, and it was my job just to edit the interview. And halfway through it, he was doing a lot of different impersonations, and there's a much longer story behind all this, which I won't go into. But at one point he went, yeah, well, you know, making the film was, yes, and it went really well. I mean, everybody's like, what the hell was that? And of course it was me having put some tape in backwards. So that's the kind of idiot you're dealing with. But there is a Joe Meek thing going on, would you say?
yeah. I mean, we're all big fans of Joe Meek.
Right,
I think
okay.
safe to say.
Yeah, excellent stuff. Now, the Doppelganger disco video, it was inspired by one of your nightmares, Tim.
Yeah. I used to have this nightmare that sort of dancing statues would break into my house, and then they sort of climb up the stairs and try and steal my parents. So
Was this a recurring nightmare?
Yeah, I had it for a long time. Yeah,
That's horrible. And I tell you what, there's a weird thing, right? I mean, do any of you lot get earworms at night when you're in bed?
As in a song that you've heard the day before.
Yeah, something that goes round and round and round and drives you mad.
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Right.
a mate of mine reckoned he had Tropicana by Wham stuck in his head for like... he reckoned he sang it to himself in the shower every day for about 2 years.
But it's weird, isn't it? Because you see, I have them all the time, and I've had Disco Peanuts by Warm Douche has been in there quite a lot.
Any of our
tune.
songs, Mark?
You're right, and Life is a Minestrone by 10cc, right? There's going round and round. But all like that, what perplexes me more than anything else is the fact that I never had earworms before I'd heard the term earworms. I never had them growing up. Who bloody invented the word earworms?
It's a conspiracy, isn't it?
It is. Somebody's setting out to drive me
I
around the
think so.
twist. And it's worked patently. So, you're playing tomorrow night at the Shacklewell Arms, is that right?
It's the
Victoria.
Yeah.
Well, right, okay. And then on Saturday, Birmingham Distortion Festival.
No,
It's
that's
cancelled.
next year now. That's been moved to next year.
We're giving you some bad info here, haven't we?
Yeah,
Who's
well,
got your info for you?
I tell you what, I've got a load of bad info here because it looks like you're playing everywhere. So you've got September, and I'm very cautious here, but the 2nd of September, Bristol, Crofters.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
1 point.
No, you're forgiven.
So, and you're playing the Psych Festival in Manchester, I know that much.
Yes.
Funny enough, with Warm Douche and lots of other
Yeah.
acts.
A lot of bands on stage.
You've got loads of dates here. So I will just say where you're playing. You're playing Glasgow, Nottingham, Cardiff, Hull, Leeds, Todmorden, Southampton, and then November, London and Newcastle. And we'll give more dates as we play your tunes anyway, as we trundle along throughout the weeks. But you've got one more tune to do for us now then. So what are you going to do, Japanese television?
We're going to do Bumble Rumble.
3 out of 3, just great. That was Japanese television live in session with Bumble Rumble. Thanks very much for coming in, and I will see you at the Psych Fest, hopefully.
Nice one, Mark.
Yeah,
Thank you.
cheers for having
Thanks,
us,
Mark.
mate.
Take care, you lot. Thank you. Okay, then. So,